Guys, welcome back to part 10 of the mower build. As you can see here, I've compiled a list of everything that needs to get done. In today's video, we're going to be doing a ton of aluminum welding, gas tank, oil tank, radiator, and try to get some of this stuff knocked out. Yeah, I know this list is pretty long, but I'm really excited to finish this thing just as much as you guys are. So I just want to make sure I don't rush anything and end up in a hospital like I did with my Chinese buggy. But with that being said, we got a few more episodes worth of work before we can take this thing for a rip. So stay tuned for that, guys. But let's go ahead and get right into this video. So let's talk radiators. Now here it gets about 90 degrees in the summer, and with the aggressive riding we're going to be doing, this is not going to be enough. So I present to you guys Plan B. That, my friends, is a Honda Civic radiator, and it barely fits. So I'm going to have to convert it to a cross-flow radiator to where the coolant travels this way instead of down. I have to reposition these bungs, reposition the filler neck, make some new mounts, and cut these little bungs off. And I do believe it will fit that way. Now before we get to this gas tank setup, I'd like to talk about the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare. If you haven't heard of Skillshare, Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes to improve your skill set and empower you. It's designed specifically for learning, and there are no distractions and zero ads, and it's a perfect way to improve your skills no matter the topic. A premium membership gives you an unlimited access to different classes from experts in their field. Now me personally, I'm really big into film and video, and trying to make my videos stand out is a big priority for me. And lucky for me, Skillshare has the perfect class for that. One such class that I'm currently watching is Cut It Out by David Long. It's an excellent class designed to teach you how to use Adobe Premiere and lock the full potential of your editor, because it's not always about the camera and the gear. A lot of it has to do with the editing. Now with all this extra time and downtime from the worldly events that are happening, is a perfect opportunity to brush up on an existing skill or learn something new. The first 1,000 people to use the link at the top of the description will get a free trial of the Skillshare Premium membership. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit the link in the description. By doing so, it'll help out my channel and help me roll out these builds at a faster pace. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get right back to the live action. Well guys, it took half a day, but we went ahead and got the bungs welded. I moved these bungs to here and here so that the coolant now flows in a cross flow orientation. I sealed off the cap. Now I did make a few mistakes. One of them is I accidentally nicked these vanes with the flap disc. So I'm gonna have to take this to the radiator shop and get it fixed. So yeah, I guess off to the radiator shop we go. So in the last episode, as you've seen, I got that body done and stretched, and that gives me an idea of how big of a gas tank I can shove in this thing, because stock this engine came with an 11-gallon gas tank, and it only lasted for about 100 miles, so about half a day to a full day of riding. We obviously can't fit that much in this mower. We're only going to be able to fit about 5 gallons, which that should be plenty though. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and fab it out of 5052 aluminum. And okay, we got 18 by 10.5, and then by 6. All right. Alright, I did check. It does barely fit, but I want to go ahead and weld it before it gets dark. Like, we literally used the most space we could use, but yeah. Alright guys, great news. Our radiator just came back from the machine shop. They fixed it. They said there's no pinhole leak, so we're good to put this thing in. I don't know if I'll mount this thing in this episode because I still have no clue how I'm going to mount this. There's just not a lot of space in there. Now some of you are probably asking, how am I going to fill this thing up? Well, I'm going to be using an external filler neck and just putting it somewhere on top at the highest point. There's not a lot of space though. And by the way, if you're wondering what hose this is off a Toyota Celica. And this is like literally a perfect fit. And same thing with this side too. The other great news is that we got this aluminum tank almost done. It's been taking me a few days to source all the parts for it. This tank came out beautiful. But yeah, this tank legit looks like something you'd pay $300 for. And the fuel capacity is around 4.8 gallons, which that should be enough. We're not going to be full throttling this thing all the time. So yeah guys, I actually want to go ahead and lift this thing up more. I'm going to go ahead and cut the shock towers off and lower them by probably 1 inch to lift this thing up higher. And this is because the driven pulley turned out to be way lower than I expected. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and lift this thing up higher. Well guys, I hope y'all enjoyed that. The mower is really coming together. So if y'all enjoyed the video, leave a like down below. But guys, I'm really excited to get this thing running. I just want to make sure to take my time and not rush, but this thing should be driving here in a few episodes, so I'm really happy for that. But guys, I'll have to catch you in the next episode. Stay tuned for more. Peace and God bless.